Hi everyone, this is just going to be a little quick tutorial on some of the features that you have on Classdojo, and you can also try them as well. So it should come standard, you should have this demo class here. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one instead of my usual classes. So here, if you're familiar with how to set up a class, you can always edit classes, add students. You can add multiple students at a time. So here, let's say I'm going to add, you can add them one by one, or you can add a student list. So here I'm going to add 2 students. So let's say this is my cats. Okay, and you're going to import list. And then if you actually have the names flipped, like for example, the last name is first, and you can just flip them depending on what your need is. And then you can just easily add them. It also automatically assigns a little monster for them, but you can either change it for them. You can either change the little monster for them, or, and here you go, you can just go here. Or the student can also change the monster if they decide to download the app on their phone. And that goes for families as well. So some features that I like to use on Classdojo. Oh, actually, before, let me go one step back. As far as connecting parents, you can invite the parents, and as you can tell, you can either email them or put in a phone number. I like putting in a phone number because that just goes to them directly. I know most parents do check their actual phone number, and you can also do their email as well. And I think it'll let you invite it again after a certain number of days if the parents doesn't respond or doesn't go on Classdojo. Another thing that you can do is you can invite families. You can share one class link, copy link, and you can also put it on your Schoology, Classdojo, or in your email that you send it. You can also download the individual invites. So this is what we were required to do at the beginning of the year, but this is just a refresher. You can pick any language that you'd like. They've done a pretty good job of translating the letters pretty well. So if you have some parents that you're not sure if they're bilingual, then I would just print them out in both English and in Spanish. And I would probably use Latin American Spanish. I haven't looked at the difference between Spanish from Spain and Latin America. I haven't seen those letters, but I'm sure there's a difference. So just pick Latin America, just to be on the safe side. And you can download them. And I had a separate window with them. All right. So one thing you can do here is you can also take attendance, but this isn't linked to anything. This is just for your records. You can say that the person was here, absent, and it looks like it's partial days, tardy, or left early. This is the left early option, and this is, I believe, the tardy version, because it looks like they arrived a little bit after class started. Some other things. Let's go ahead and start with the toolkit. The timer, this is probably my favorite part that I used in the classroom. So with the timer, you can either set it up on your computer, or you can do it from your phone, I believe. Let me go ahead and try it if it still works. I did do it at one point because I was away from my computer and I didn't, could click it right away. And if you are doing it from your computer, make sure that you have the right class. So for example, I have 2 other classes. So I would have to pick the demo class on my computer to do it, or on my phone to do it. It's acting up a little bit. So there's also a toolkit on your phone, and Oh, okay, I see. And you have to have a computer connected, and I will try to figure that out as soon as I remember how to do that. But anyway, you can connect your phone so that the timer shows up. Random. This feature right here is probably one of my favorites. This is what I use for cold calling or popcorn calling. You can just click the button if it cooperates. And it'll pick someone to, let me refresh this. It's not cooperating. It'll pick someone to call on. And you can also do it on your phone. And on your phone, what that looks like is that you can, what pops up, you can do it there. You could also do it here, where it picks someone at random, and then you can, give them points for participating or working hard or whatever points that you're working towards. Then we have, let me go ahead and clear this off. Whoops. Then we have the group maker. So this is, normally you would just pick however many students you want in a group, and then it'll do it for you. That was my favorite feature when I had to break students into groups for doing a quick assignment or something, or to discuss or something. Then the noise meter. This is probably my favorite one. I always displayed this when I set the expectations for, and you can tell right now, as I'm talking, it goes up. And it detects noise, so you can make it as sensitive as possible, really sensitive, or not that sensitive at all. So it's up to you. And I usually had this displayed on the board just to kind of remind students to help them keep track of their voice levels. Then we have the directions. This is also really good. You can just put, if you have to give a long list of directions, let's say feed the cat, take the food out of the bag, scoop it out, put it in the bowl, let the cat eat. And then you can start. And you can display that. I really like this because you can display it, and you can also, display it on your screen, on your big screen, so that students can see it. Think, pair, share. This is also kind of the same thing, where students will turn and talk. What are you grateful for today? And you can also personalize it. You can make up your own question as well. Then we have today. It's just the information about today. And music. This is probably one of my favorite ones. So you won't be able to hear it because I'm connected. The audio is not connected right now to Zoom, but you can play focus music. That's a little bit upbeat. You can also play active, and it sounds like it makes you want to move, honestly. So just give a listen to those things. You can also select multiple students to give feedback to if they were participating. This is probably, I think this feature is new. I haven't, or maybe I just haven't used it often. But you can select multiple students. Let's say that they were sharing out as expected. I'll give Dot and Haley on task or something like that. So just make things easier instead of just clicking on each student and giving them one for task, one for little Johnny, and things like that. You can also do it from your, you don't have the select multiple on your phone, but if you give someone points from your phone, for example, I'm going to go ahead and give Johnny a point because he has been behaving as he should be. It's taking a minute because my phone is, there we go. So I accidentally gave him 2 points. So whenever you do it on your phone, it also pops up there. So, and it's just a noise that the students recognize too with Classdojo, so they know if they hear that noise, they're like, ooh, someone got a point. And it'll show who got a point. As far as taking away points, you can also take away points, but it won't show. That was not it. I did not. It'll make the sound, especially if you do it on your phone. It'll make the sound, but it won't show points taken away for that person. You can just do a process of elimination and see who got some points taken away. And I'll go ahead and give Milo some points back as well. And another option that you can do, I believe you can do it from here. Oh, here it's popping up. You can add a note to these notes. So you say Milo did much better today. And that note will be sent to the parent. So you can attach notes to those points if you would like as well. Another thing, a lot of things don't come standard here. So you can just edit your skills. Or you can also import from another class. As you can see, I've had a lot of classes before. So I can import it from a previous class, and it'll just, so you don't have to copy everything or try to remember what you put there. So let's go ahead and get the timer. The timer is probably my favorite part. So you can do two things with the timer. You can either do the big one or you can do this one as well. You could do a countdown. It just depends on what you'd like. The other one, you can put in a different time there that doesn't have to be these set timers right here. So if you're more particular about your time, you can use that one. Then let's go ahead and get to big ideas. So this is a feature that I like of Classdojo. It has they're really big on growth, on the growth mindset, and they also have some videos that go with this. And so if you decide to do this in class, you can also share with your parents what you did, like the video that you saw in class, so that they can also review it, or they can the parents can also, or the guardians can also talk to the students about what they saw. So fact or fiction, and yep, there's a lot of videos that you can take a look at. And I am trying to see if, yeah. Those are called the big idea videos. So you can go there, you can go to your main page and just click on there, and it'll show all of the big idea videos that they have worked on. Yeah, some of these are pretty good. And they also have discussion questions as well. Watch, discuss, share about a time. So you can do a think, pair, share, and then share out loud, things like that. There was another thing that I wanted to look for. You also have so you can click on view all resources and just dig around, honestly. They have also a decoration pack. So if you decided to sometimes they have bookmarks and things like that you can print out and give to the students. You can do that. And they also have some other activities depending on the season as well. Classdojo store. This is also new. I have not. Here's where it was. Wash your hands. So they do have posters. I think they moved it. This store is brand new. So they'll have little posters, little guides and things like that you can print out for your students, put in your classroom if you would like. So a lot of these are free, except for, ooh, they have swag now. Pretty cool. This wasn't here last year from what I remember, but that's pretty cool. And they also sell like other features on the parent app that I saw. So that's how they make some of their income. So I know that they want to keep Classdojo free for schools, and you know they need to have at least some sort of revenue. So if you can support them here. All right, so that is a lot. Let me see if there's anything else that I needed to cover. Back to school night presentation for those. So for those of you that are doing back to school or meet the teacher again, you can also kind of display this for your parents, or you can just, you know, kind of do what I did, where you just teach them how to get around, like what is Classdojo, what's the purpose of it, and most parents in my experience know what it is. They've had it in previous years. I know I've used it for at least 5 or 6 years now. So they know what it is. Now let me get into let's see. Translating. So if you type a message, a parent can request or can see a translation of it. So if I type in hello or something like that, it'll make a translation for it. And you can also reach out to any of the other teachers if you feel like you would like to write a message on Classdojo in Spanish anyway. What I do in my classroom is I write it in both English and Spanish as well. As far as, let me go ahead and get into Class Story. So Class Story, you can do a couple things. You can share a video, and be careful which one you click. If you want to share a photo video, make sure you click on that link. If you want to share a file, make sure you also, I've put PDFs on here, and I think you can also upload Word documents as well. So just make sure that you're uploading a Word document here, or a PDF, or something that's actually a file and not a picture, because Classdojo will pick up on that. It won't show you, like if I tried uploading a picture right now and I click this link, it won't let me do it. I actually haven't played around with this yet. Oh, I guess you can record now. You can see my wild hair now. And one of my favorite features is probably this event feature. You can set up an event and like a calendar invite or something like that. And let's say breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. And then you can also change the icons too. It just automatically does it based on what you've used in the past, I believe. And so you can personalize it if you'd like. You can set reminders immediately, 5 days before, 1 day before, 1 hour before, and the parents will always be notified during those reminders that there's, if you have like office hours or if you have a meeting or something like that. And I should mention that this goes to all parents. So if you make an event here, make sure that it's for all parents or guardians here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, so I can't really see anything other than that. Messages. You can only message parents. You cannot message students if they go on Classdojo. What they can do is, what students can do is post on the portfolio. So I believe they have access to draw something, to write something, type something, I mean, and they can post it here. It's kind of like the class feed, but for the students. And you have to approve something before it's posted on the class feed. And all the rest of the students can also see it as well. All right. I think this one is just, yeah, this is just reports in case you needed to see how everyone was doing for the week. You can also do it as a spreadsheet if you'd like. And I think that is it as well. You have some, like, if for your younger students, if they're this is their first time with Classdojo, or if they're not very familiar with it, you can also play a video for them and kind of explain what it is as well. so you don't have to do this whole, you know, spiel yourself. There are resources. Classdojo is pretty good on resources and things like that. Um, yeah, and that's why I've been using it for so long, especially, you know, at all grades, and at most schools that I've been at. Well, there's been a majority of teachers that have used it. And this this up here is actually, you won't be able to see that, so because I am the Classdojo mentor, so don't worry about that part. So this is what you would definitely see in your when you log into Classdojo. All right, I think that covers most of it. You can also, if needed, for example, if there's something that's beyond my help or something that I can't do, you can also submit a question here, the question form. This is, I don't know if y'all are familiar with something called Zendesk, and they are in charge of handling these customer service requests, and they usually have a turnaround of, I would say, 12 to 24 hours when they respond. They're pretty good about responding, and they'll be able to try to help you there. So, all right, if there are any more questions, feel free to contact me. You can also just look around for, read around, see what Classdojo is about. But I pretty much covered most of it, and I hope this video was really helpful.